of Battle Bank. Can you tell me what Battle Bank does?
Sure. Battle Bank I would describe as a community bank where community is described by interest as opposed to by geography. Most community banks are located in some physical locale. Our bank, Battle Bank, is located wherever your cell phone or your computer is. We're a branchless bank. What that means is that we save the money that's normally associated with the costs around a branch banking network, and we pass those savings on to you as a depositor. Our bank is also all about choice. If you bank at a normal bank, your savings deposits, first of all, particularly if they include checking, don't pay you interest. If you're interested in interest, you should talk to Battle Bank. In addition, at most banks, you are limited to saving in US dollars. At Battle Bank, you'll be able to save in 20 currencies, not merely in the US dollar. Let's say, as an example, you're probably not, but if you were a businesswoman who emigrated from Canada to the United States, and you lived your life in Canada and the United States, you lived your life in Canadian dollars and US dollars, you could bank at Battle Bank in both currencies, and you could make transactions between currencies at a 75% discount to what the big banks charge you. So let's move on from being a depositor. Let's move on to your IRA. At most banks, your IRA is a receptacle for their annuities, for their mutual funds, for their deposit products. At Battle Bank, your IRA is your IRA. You make the investment decisions. Your IRA owns an LLC, and the LLC can invest in any permitted activity. Want to buy a duplex which you operate? Fine, do it in your IRA. Want to buy bullion? Want to buy crypto? Fine, you make the decision. Want to buy a McDonald's franchise and operate it in your IRA? Fine, you make the decision. Our bank is for self-actualized people, not people who want to be the receptacle of Wall Street products. Let's move on to lending. Where most banks get it wrong is they get too greedy with lending. They try to bank to 500 industries, 400 of which they don't understand. No wonder they go broke. At Battle Bank, we invest in industries that we know well: oil and gas, mining. The particular loan product, which I think would be of interest to you and your listeners, would be the fact that at Battle Bank, we will have the first retail lending product specifically designed around you accessing credit secured by your gold and silver. You own gold and silver yourself as an investment, but on occasion you need access to the capital that you have stored in gold and silver. For most investors, that means that they have to sell the gold or silver, pay a large capital gains tax, and move on. At Battle Bank, you're allowed to establish a margin account secured by your gold and silver and access the credit. You don't have to use it, by the way. You can set up the facility and not pay interest on money that you haven't drawn down. So I would describe in summary Battle Bank as a bank for self-actualized investors, people who are interested in gold, people who are interested in determining their own investment future, people who aren't interested in being themselves assets for Wall Street. A community bank defined around interest.
Thank you.
Pleasure.